My name's Joe Kopaz, and I work for the law firm of Morgan and Morgan in their Tampa office. My client was at a apartment complex in the parking lot. He had met a female who was living at the apartment complex. They were outside in his vehicle. This female that he had just met was affiliated with the gang that was living at the apartment complex. So while he was sitting there in his vehicle, 7 or 8 gang members came down to his car. The gang members just started shooting. The area in Tampa is known as Suitcase City. It's a very rough part of Tampa. My client had no idea the history of this area, including the apartment complex. Yeah, the objective was first to hold the apartment complex responsible for the gang activity that eventually led to the shooting. When you try to prove these negative security cases, it's very tough for a jury not to completely blame the shooters, not really understanding the apartment complex has an obligation to make sure their property is safe, especially if there's a long history of crime on the property. We had some major hurdles to get over in terms of liability. The defense had all kind of different theories. There was theories that the shooting didn't actually occur on the property because he was shot at least 5 or 6 times, but was able to drive his vehicle off the property, eventually dying about 100 yards down the road. We consulted with DK Global and gave them all the pictures and the information we had from the criminal file, the apartment complex layout, and all the information to kind of put together the scene, so to speak, and kind of make the shooting and how it occurred come to life in terms of exactly where on the apartment complex, exactly where the gang activity occurred, and exactly where my client's car rested. The visual aspect really helped put our liability theme together. So not only, I mean, we had the crime grid indicating all the calls for service, but the tenant and where all these gang members are at, there was a shot out window that had never even been taken care of. We had 2 mediations and a trial that got moved, so a second mediation was ordered, and eventually settled for $3 million at the second mediation. The visuals are critical in telling the story, and not only telling it where the jury can remember it when they're going back to deliberate on a case.